Thousands of eyes resting in a mid-morning in early August in Berlin, Germany. The crowd is silent, all of America watching one man, one of a select group of African Americans invited to participate in one of the biggest stages in the world, the Berlin Olympics of 1936. His name? Jesse Owens. He was the youngest of 10 children, 3 boys and 7 girls. His father, Henry Owens, was a sharecropper. Only 7 years after Jesse was born, the Owens family moved to Cleveland so Henry Owens could get a new job in the growing industry of the North, as part of the event known as the Great Migration. After moving to Cleveland, Owens enrolled at Fairmont Junior High School. His track coach, realizing his natural talent, worked Jesse into shape in morning sessions, turning him into a local track star. In his high school career, Owens competed in a total of 79 events. He received first in 75 of them. Owens' track coach became like a second father to him after Henry Owens suffered a traffic incident in 1929. Owens had to sustain more jobs as it was in the middle of the Great Depression. Owens managed to make enough to send money home to his parents, support his coming child and wife, Minnie Ruth Solomon, and pay for his tuition to college. Jesse Owens was one of the first athletes to run in a long race towards racial equality for sports. Winning 4 Olympic golds in the 1936 Olympics showed the world and America that African Americans athletically not only qualified for scholarships but also brought about unseen talent pool. Owens, growing up from humble beginnings and hard work, granted him the Male Athlete of the Year in 1936. Even before the time of Jackie Robinson, Owens changed how whites viewed African American athletes, leading to the start of integration in all sports. Owens, in his later life, was granted attendance to Ohio State University, one of a very select group of African Americans to attend the university. Although not eligible for scholarships, Owen was granted early practice as he had to work 3 jobs to maintain money for his tuition. Owens once said, "We all have dreams, but in order to make these dreams come into reality, it takes an awful lot of determination, dedication, self-discipline, and effort." Owens showed his determination when he gained national attention at the Big Ten Championship in Ferry Field, located in Michigan. At this track meet, Jesse broke 3 world records in the hurdles, 100-meter dash, and long jump in May of 1935. This performance ultimately granted him a ticket to the 1936 Olympics, where he would ultimately shine in one of the greatest Olympic performances of all time. Before the 1936 Olympics, members of the NAACP met with Owens. They urged him to boycott the Olympics due to Hitler's racial prejudice. Owens politely declined, which would ultimately change his life and leave a much longer impact than if he had boycotted the Olympics. Owens once said, "A lifetime of training for just 10 seconds, referring to the 100-meter dash, and he was not going to throw away his chance at a lifetime of glory." Owens' 1936 Olympic performance was arguably the best performance of the Games. He gained golds in the 100-meter sprint, 200-meter dash, long jump, and 4x100 relay. The 100-meter dash is the most important sprint in the Olympics, considered the ultimate test of speed, as Owens crushed the German competitors in this event. It dealt Hitler a massive blow in his ideals of a perfect Aryan race. Later, long jumper Lutz Long assisted Owens in winning the long jump in one of the most sportsmanship acts of the Games, offering Owens advice from where to jump. After the Olympics, not only Hitler refused to meet Owens, but even President Roosevelt claimed he was too busy to meet the Olympian. Jesse Owens' performance in the 1936 Olympics showed the world that African Americans competed like professional athletes, so they should receive scholarships and endorsements like them too. Later in his life, after the Olympics, Jesse Owens was stripped of his international racing title for running a commercial. Owens spoke out against the disadvantages of African American athletes, describing his education at the University of Ohio. He had to work 3 times harder than the average student, run track, stay eligible in the classroom, and run multiple jobs to pay for his college tuition, because he wasn't eligible for scholarships because of his color. Ironically, Owens died prematurely from extensive smoking at the age of 70, but his impact on African Americans and American sports is severely underrated. Owens set the foundation for players such as Jackie Robinson in baseball, Kenny Washington in football, and Charles Cooper in basketball to become the first African Americans in their respective professional sports. His performance in the Olympics showed the world that they can compete and add new dimensions to the game, and also towards a gradual road of permanent integration. Owens' impact was covered and forgotten by Hitler and Roosevelt. Owens' hope represented an entire country of African American athletes, both then and in the future. Although he was not the first or the greatest African American athlete, he was the first to compete on a high national level, showing his American pride. When simply asked his favorite part of the Olympics, Owens simply said, "The national anthem."